What if I told you there's a sprinter who shocked the world with a performance so insane it left seasoned commentators speechless? Meet Matthew Boling, the man who shattered records and redefined what's possible in sprinting. The shocking 200-meter finish. During the first week of February this year, Matthew Boling participated in the Tiger Paw Invitational held in Clemson, South Carolina. Boling was expected to perform well in the men's 200-meter dash due to his exceptional record in previous years. However, despite being a favorite to win, he finished fifth with a time of 20.59 seconds, which was unexpected to many. This was surprising not only because he was ranked number 2 in the country, but also because his previous performances were significantly better, except for the NCAA Indoor 200-meter finals in 2022, where he fell and slowed down considerably. Following this disappointing performance, people began to question whether Boling would be able to reclaim his position at the top of the 200-meter dash. The mind-blowing 4x400-meter relay opening leg. Boling ran the first leg of the men's 4x400-meter relay race for the University of Georgia, starting in the outside lane. He set a blazing pace and was neck and neck with Justin Braun of the University of Southern California after the first 200 meters. The goal for the first lap was to get into lane 1 and hold position, which is highly valuable in indoor racing. Despite not appearing to be running at a super fast tempo, they were actually running incredibly fast. Boling started to cut into lane 1, and at this point, it became evident just how fast he was running. The race clock indicated that he had completed the opening 200 meters in under 21 seconds, an astounding time for both the opening 200 meters and the 400-meter race as a whole. It was expected that Boling would struggle significantly in the final lap after an intense opening 200 meters. However, he surprised everyone by running one of the fastest opening 400 splits on record, finishing the race with a time of 45.19 seconds. This was not only much faster than Jackery Peterson's time from 2 months prior, but also ranked him as the second fastest in the world for indoor 400 meters in 2023. The insane 400-meter potential. Following his disappointing performance in the 200-meter event at Clemson University's track meet, there were doubts about Matthew Boling's ability to compete at a high level. However, his exceptional opening leg in the 4x400-meter relay proved that he still possessed remarkable speed. This accomplishment suggests that Boling may have a potential in the 400-meter event, which fans have been urging him to compete in for years. In his final year of high school, Boling delivered one of the most impressive 400-meter relay splits ever seen. Despite starting the anchor leg far behind, he produced an unforgettable final lap, completing the 400-meter in 44.74 seconds, shocking the audience and the world with his performance. Now, with his recent 45.19 split, it might be time for Boling to consider specializing in the 400-meter event. Boling has demonstrated strength behind his natural speed, as evidenced by his third fastest indoor 300-meter race earlier in the season, his first attempt at the event. Competing in the 200-meter in the United States is one of the most challenging teams to make for any global championship or Olympic qualification. If Boling wishes to qualify for a global championship as an individual athlete, he'll have to compete against some of the world's fastest athletes. Specializing in the open 400 would give Boling a very real chance at running near 44.50 seconds or slightly faster. However, making the 400 team for the U.S. is also extremely difficult, with athletes like Michael Norman, last year's world champion Allison Michael Cherry, and Kamari Montgomery likely getting close to 44.5. Since Boling has never trained exclusively for this event, he has a huge amount of room for improvement. This opening 400-meter split at Clemson University may be the proof Boling needs to consider this event seriously. Matthew Boling has demonstrated that he has the talent, speed, and resilience to compete at the highest level. Responding to a big loss can be challenging, especially when it's unexpected. However, just 1 hour after placing 5th in the 200, Boling once again showcased incredible resolve with one of the fastest 400-meter splits of the season. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.